Hello, everybody. We will now start our meeting. Um, I would like to welcome you all to the second webinar of Adrion 5 Senses project. This day's topic is Adrion 5 Senses, one brand to rule them all. And we will give you a short presentation first of the project Adrion 5 Senses, and then I will deliver a short presentation of what we have achieved through this project about the Adrion 5 Senses brand. And we'll have two guests that they will also present their cases and give us some practical examples. Um, just letting you know, this session is being recorded. If you don't wish your picture to be taken, please turn off your cameras. Feel free to ask questions in the chat and we will answer them all together at the end. So, the Adrian 5 Senses project, building the Adrian brand name in tourism, indulging all five senses, is a project financed by the European Union through the Interreg Adrian project program. The project has been running for a couple of years now. We are towards the end of it. The budget was is approximately 1.5 million. The total duration is of 36 months. We are 9 partners. A lot of them are also with us today. The lead partner is the region of Epirus. From Greece, there is another Greek partner, development agency of Evia. From Italy, we have Cyprus Development Agency from Ferrara. From Croatia, the Zadranova Zadar Country Development Agency. From Slovenia, the RDA of Northern Primorska. From Bosnia and Herzegovina, we have the Sarajevo Economic Regional Development Agency. From Serbia, we have the Regional Agency of Economic Development of Sumodia and Pumaravia, and Albania is the Albanian Development Fund. And from Montenegro, we have the National Tourism Organization. All partners, we have been working together the past 35, 34 months to develop this project. We are very glad that we are able to share some of the outcomes with you and share some of the knowledge that we have gained. So the overall objective of the project is to build and promote the Adrion brand name in tourism by indulging all five senses of tourists. We want to unify the Adrion destination, and we start by creating a common brand that can be used by all. Of course, we also exercise sustainable tourism. We are trying to create and promote innovative tourist products. We have a holistic approach of the five senses. We focus on sensory marketing and best practices. We thrive for valorization of natural and cultural heritage, and we promote innovative destination management, especially through training sessions. What we have done, the main activities is we have set up an Adrian 5 Senses transnational network. You are able to join through our website, which I will give you later on. We have developed a joint strategy and action plan for the Adrian region. If you represent an organization, feel free to adopt it. We can send you an electronic copy and you can start implementing the parts that you see fit for your region. We have developed the Adrian brand as a unified tourism destination, which I will present you in a few moments. And we have been developing some training programs for capacity building, both for the tourism sector and the destination managers. And of course, to give a boost to this joint branding, we have participated in several international tourism fairs before everything was locked down. The tools that we have developed is a WebGIS platform which has been translated in all participating languages, where you can find the map of sensations with points of interest based on the senses that they evoke. So it's a new way of looking for your next destination, and not just by the theme, but also by the senses that are prevailing. We are also now finishing the development of 9 exhibition centers in the participating regions, where you will be able to see it and to access, of course, again, the map of sensations and get some local information about the region. We are also working on a continuity plan because we want this project to continue supporting the tourism sector. This is a brand which I will show you in a while in more detail. This is just a small preview. and a short preview of the platform and some of the exhibitions, but in my next presentation, I will give you more details. So I invite you to join the Adrion 5senses.eu platform, explore the map, discover the brand, and use it. Of course, it's free to use for everyone, and to join the international network. And now I will move to my second presentation because I have the honor today also to be one of the presenters. So the first topic, and I give the introduction, and then our two guests, Ms. Melina Lazaropoulou and Dr. Marco Kozak, will give also their views, and they will present their own cases. So one brand to rule them all. What is that? Why we have come to this? In the European Union, there is the Adrian region, which has also a micro-regional strategy. It's the region that covers the Adriatic and Ionian Sea. And you can see now the participating countries. As a destination, of course, there are different areas and different regions, but the touristic product is quite common. The benefits and all the services are of high quality, and the problem is not to compete among the participating countries, but to compete with the rest of the world for the our tourism share. You can see that as a macro destination, there are several brands, national brands, and of course, each region might have also their own regional brand. So you see Italy, Greece, Montenegro, everybody has developed their own brand, has developed their own way of attracting the visitors, but we still miss the focal point of attracting more visitors in the wider region and then distributing them, let's say, amongst ourselves. The proposal of the project was to create one brand to focus on this, one brand to rule them all. So we have created the Adrian 5 Senses brand, which is, of course, utilizing the 5 senses of the human nature, let's say, and we want this brand to be adopted by all the regions and be used both in national level, regional, but also from the from companies, from private stakeholders of the tourism sector. Here you can see some of the applications. Again, this is a brand that is free to be used. You don't have to pay any royalties. You just download it from the website adrian5senses.eu, and you are free to use it and free to identify and connect yourself with the brand. You just have to register also to our online network. There are several materials available. Here you can see some of the applications that we have created. Banners, leaflets, destination-specific leaflets. Again, the region, you can download and you can print a couple of copies if you're working in the tourism industry, or you can just send us an email and we can send you the whole package. This is the overall philosophy that we are explaining and how it is, how we came to this brand. Again, more promotional materials, the template for postcards for each region, templates for different materials that are, again, free to be used. And we have developed some support tools for the brand, and in order to support all the professionals of the tourism sector that wish to use it. For example, we have the website, as we said before, the adrian5senses.eu, where you can, through the WebGIS platform, you can search and locate the best locations based on the on your preferred, let's say, sense. You will see that at the top of the website there is transnational network where you can join the network. It's just a very simple form and a set of rules, nothing too demanding. You can see some examples of how it looks, and when you also submit some new points of interest and in more detail when you open them. Again, this is how to design a route. So you can also create a route through the website, and you can download it in a PDF and follow it later, or electronic. The main activities that we have done to promote this brand, because a brand, to be successful, needs to be recognizable. This is the main, and in fact, for me, it's the most important part is to be recognized. So we need to get it out there. We need people to start seeing it everywhere and adopting it. So as a project, we participated in activities. We participated in 3 international events. Unfortunately, we were going to participate also in ITB Berlin, but it was canceled this year due to the COVID crisis. But we were able to present it in 3 exhibitions in the Athens International Expo, in the BIT Milan, and in Fitur in Madrid. In all these locations, we had our own bespoke kiosk, as you can see some pictures. This is from Athens. So we were able to set up our own branded kiosk and info point. We were able to present the use of the platform and attract new people to register, and businesses and local authorities. The same in Fitur in Madrid. We had again our own stand there. We had some local media also getting interviews from members of the team. We distributed enough material for all the exhibition to get acquainted with the project and the brand. And of course, the last one that we were able to go was the BIT Milan, where we also presented through many different activities, meetings, private meetings, one-to-one meetings, presentations in panels, and again, distributing our material just to put the logo out there, put the brand out there, promote this one unified brand. From our point of view, this is what we need to do. This is a pilot activity in any case, because this is the nature of the Interreg projects, but we have developed the tools, we have developed the brand, we have done all the studies, so we have done all the heavy lifting, let's say. And now what we ask, what is the next step, is we reach out to the professionals of the tourism sector, to the organizations that manage destinations in the Adrian region, and we ask them to adopt the logo, adopt the brand, adopt our philosophy, populate the platform, because it's free to register and to submit new points of interest. And let's all work together for this wider audience. So in any case, we are looking forward for your questions, and anything that you would like, you can also address later on in the Q&A session. I will now give the floor to Miss Melina Lazaropoulou. She will be representing the lead partner, the region of Epirus, and she will have a short presentation about what is the approach of the region of Epirus towards a unified branding. So Melina, the floor is yours. If you need anything, we are here to support you. Thank you. Δεν σε ακούμε για κάνε check. Sorry. Still, we cannot hear you for some reason. Wait. And
she didn't unmute. No, it's good.
Για μιλέ. Όχι. Πάλι δεν σε ακούμε. Sorry for...
Just a second, please.
Τώρα ναι.
Good.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. It was a matter of the cable. I don't know what's happening here with the technology. So a warm greeting from my side as well, and thank to all participants for their commitment to this project, and also the project partners who made this project a reality. I'm very proud to say that I'm behind this project since it's a very early stages of development and visualization. So it's very, very nice to see after these years all these implementations and achievements and great work done so far. So my presentation today will be dedicated to the region of Epirus, who is the lead partner of this project. The approach and the perception of this project from the region and the application as well of the concept of 5 senses in the tourism product of the region. Just to give you an overview, perhaps you already know the region of Epirus. It is located in the northwestern part of Greece. It is considered, let's say, a less developed region in terms of GDP and other indicators, but at the same time has a very great diversity in terms of natural and cultural heritage and landscape. And for this reason, we can say that it addresses the 4 seasons tourism. We have 4 regional units, Ioannina, Thesprotia, Arta, and Preveza. Each one of these regional units has its own unique characteristics. We will see later on some indicative photos and the tourism product of each area. To our understanding and our, let's say, intention was that this project will consolidate and integrate all separate local and regional initiatives regarding tourism development, because I'm sure that this is the case also in other European countries. We have sometimes the national level, the central government defining the tourism policy at the state level. This is our case in Greece, and then each region has the jurisdiction, the mandate to further develop and specialize this tourism policy according to the characteristics of the area. At the same time, we have also the municipalities working in the same field. They have also jurisdiction for the development of the tourism in cities. And this creates sometimes some complications or even overlapping activities or even some contradicting strategies and initiatives. So our aim as a regional authority is to integrate all these isolated efforts in a single and unified manner. And this project, the Adrion 5 Senses project, give us this opportunity to use the notion, the concept of 5 senses that can be addressed by all regional units, by all cities and areas in Epirus, because as you see later on, we can claim that we address all of these senses for the tourist. So this is just an indication of the mapping we have done regarding 8 major pillars we have defined in the tourism strategy of the region. So one pillar regards culture. It's the, let's say, brown color. You can see how many different areas we have, and by culture we mean not only archaeological sites, but also other cultural monuments, also contemporary art and other facilities serving the cultural industry. We have, of course, the nature element, the green tag. Indeed, the region of Epirus has a lot of natural beauty and wealth, and this is evident in very specific activities taking place as a leisure, sports, tourism, and so forth, in thematic forms of tourism. Combined to this, the third pillar is adventure, the orange one, gastronomy, of course. Whoever visited Epirus might say a word about the food, the wine, and all the pastries, and in general, this excellent offering by local cuisine. Certainly, we have also the sea element, which is in the coastal area You can see here the light blue tag, a series of religious monuments and other sites, as well as nightlife. Of course, not right now during the COVID period, but yes, so we are proud to say that we offer a great tourism product in that pillar. And last but not least, the marketplace, which deals with everyday life and shopping habits and other stuff. I will be more specific in the next indicative photos that I selected for this webinar. For instance, we have a great activity in the Aos Lake with mountain biking. And just to make also a bridge with the Adrion Five Senses brand, you can see here, even from the picture, but imagine if you are there actually buying nearby the lake, all the senses that are activated. You can see the landscape, you can hear the water in the lake, this sound that is very calming and relaxing. You can smell a lot of herbs in this beautiful landscape. You can touch if you go down from the bikes and you see the herbs and touch them, or you touch the water or things like that. So every single experience in our region addresses in most cases all five senses. Another example, hiking at Jumerka. Another one, shopping in Thesprotia, which is one of the regional units I mentioned before. The nature is very beautiful and very rich and with very diverse landscapes, as I mentioned before, because we combine mountains and lakes and sea and rivers and bridges and so forth. A little hint about the gastronomy. It's the traditional pies we prepare in Epirus, and there is also an effort to promote this type of food also in hotels and other restaurants in order to promote the gastronomy of the region. Entertainment before COVID, hiking at the Vikos Aos National Park, rafting, this is my favorite one, and horse riding. Again, food, sea, nightlife, monasteries, sports and adventure in general, and that's it. So in order to be also on time, I would like to, let's say, summarize that we need this integrated solid brand developed by the Adrion Five Senses project, because it introduces this innovative concept of sensory marketing. And I am sure that all tourism professionals in the region, but also from the other European countries participating in this project, can understand how to utilize, how to exploit this great notion and the tools prepared as presented previously by Hector in order to promote the tourism product of the region. Thank you very much for your attention. I'm here if you wish to make any kind of question or need any clarification. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Melina, very much for your presentation and your input on Epirus tourist product. Now, you know, I'm getting a little bit anxious because I want to go outside again. I want to go horse riding. I want to go to these clubs that we saw. And we had a discussion with Faruk just before starting the webinar that probably none of us will be able soon enough to enjoy all these. But my positive, let's say, note is that we now have some time to prepare our regions for the tourism, because of course once this crisis is over, all studies and all agencies are predicting a very large boom in traveling. Everybody will want to travel, everybody will want to go out to have fun, to enjoy nature, to enjoy the cities. So of course we are in a crisis right now, but once the crisis is over, we're gonna the tourism sector is gonna have a huge development. Everybody predicts that okay, maybe it's not like in the next 5 months, but slower, slower, it will boom a lot because many travels were canceled. People are in a drive need to go out to travel again. I know from our experience in Interact projects that the whole point of meeting people across Europe and collaborating in close, it has been affected. And I know how much we want to meet, how much project partners wants to meet, and this is an opportunity to take a step back, think about what kind of tourism we want. It's the opportunity to really plan ahead and not for a massive tourism, because massive tourism is a thing of the past. And now with all these health issues, probably it's never coming back as a trend. The mass tourism industry, the massive crowds. Now everybody will want a safe, quality destination, of course, with more people there, not just a lonely area, but people will seek for experiences, for things to feel and sense, and they would like to have lifetime experiences, not just consume a massive touristic product. And now it's also the time for the Adrian region to promote that it will be, it is, but it will also be even more a safe destination internationally. We will be able, once the crisis is over, to provide high level of services. And of course, let's not forget that the Adrian region was one of the most affected in the beginning of the crisis, but now as a region we are quite better than other regions of the planet, and which are also tourist destinations. So this is opportunity to have this brand symbolize the renewal, and let's say the renovation of and reinvention of our tourism product. I would like now to invite Dr. Marco Kozak to present his examples, and he give us his experiences, his opinion in today's topic.
Thank you, Hector. So let me try to share my presentation with you. Yeah?
Yes, we can see it, yes.
You can see it. I will put it on large now. Just a second, I hope. Yep.
Yes, perfect. You can,
okay.
Yes.
Well, first of all, thank you giving me a chance to be part of this very interesting session. I would like to share some experience from, let's say, working on this project and also on other projects in Slovenia and elsewhere in Europe in the last 2 years. Basically, I don't claim myself to be an expert on branding, but still I hope that maybe some thoughts will and things I will mention will give us all some inspiration to do this. I think very good initiative to the point that it will be successful and it will bring, I would say, positive results for all regions, which is the main purpose.
Sorry, Dr. Kozak, can you please adjust a little bit your microphone, because I think there are some breakings. Sometimes we can hear you very good, and sometimes it's a little bit.
Okay, so I'm speaking on the microphones which are in the computer. So basically, I think I put loud enough. Is it too loud?
No, now it's perfect. Now it's perfect.
Okay, I will try to speak slow as much as I
can. Excuse me. When you turn your head, then we don't hear you well.
Okay.
You look in the screen, then probably microphone is not good.
Okay, so I will try to speak in the computer, absolutely.
Okay.
First of all, I would like to say, this is my personal experience, that anatomy of a brand is very complex one. It could be described as an iceberg. Hector, what you presented in your presentation, I believe, is mostly the surface, the things we saw, the name, the logo, the brand identity, and things which are under the, let's say, so-called iconic capital. Absolutely critical are all other elements. We can see them that they are under the water, if you want, with the iceberg, which is financial capital. How much budget is available that we then prepare right steps to promote, because all branding, of course, is costly. And also very important is so-called emotional capital. How will you be able to engage to convince all partners which you plan? So I'm speaking about the tourism stakeholders, that they will really put this brand on their things and use it and bring it together with all whatever they will bring along there. And of course, human capital. In any case, it is a serious job, and this is why I believe this cannot be done individually. So it is a point of where destination must cooperate. And some good examples of the countries which have successful branding are here, and they are all having their unique selling proposition, some kind of messages which are specially addressing emotional promises. And this is very important with the branding. A brand is not just basically slogan. The brand energy comes from the service, from the performance. So this is very important. And brand should give security and stand for proven quality. Otherwise, it is counterproductive. I believe you will all agree, and I don't need to mention any of these brands, that these brands are representing what I just said. On the other hand, if we are talking and speaking about the tourism destination, then we should be very clear that there are brand strategy behind successful destination management. 82% of the destinations which are successful have brand strategy, have brand manager, have set of brand values which they are agreed between themselves. They believe that they have unique positioning, that they have good brand toolkit, which you also mentioned, Hector, that they absolutely important in 90% develop the brand in collaboration, because if this is not done in collaboration, then it's difficult to expect that partners will take it on their route to when marketing and promotion. So all this is complex, but successful brands like this one could be also very important in terms of, I would say, economic value. And this is absolutely a try which is worth to do. And we just could hope that destination which are winners in branding should absolutely be rich in emotional communication, should have message with convincing values, and maintain high expectations with potential visitors. On the other side, strong destinations also sing the song of difference and uniqueness. And this is the success of the branding. Just to complete and have a break before the second part of my presentation, because I'm now going to our regional experience in Gorishka region, maybe such message is also a good branding. Speaking of the destination, branding is really about the players, stakeholders in the region, or if you want, in the whole Adrian region together, and agree about the destination marketing and the organization which will do this. If there are more organizations, which probably will be the case, as you explained it, at either national or regional, then it means that they should sit together and agree kind of mission and vision, analyze the past and future, and also agree the strategy. I know that you have a lot of elements in this strategy addressed, but also it is important that the players adopt it. They will be then the ambassadors of this brand for the future. And this is very important to my opinion. Speaking about destination Gorishka, which is part of your project, is we have a very challenging process, because in the region, product is not homogeneous. Destination marketing is not able to control distribution system and pricing. brands solely depends on promotion and publicity. And this is just the part which is above the water. The underwater things are not yet set in as they should be. It is difficult to define and agree one brand which could be interesting for all market segments. I am offering you a couple of images so that you understand what I'm talking about in this region, also geographic position of it on the northwest of Slovenia. And all individual picture could be a brand. And there are very successful examples of these individual brands. But as I said earlier, unfortunately, to this point, destination management could not agree the one regional brand yet. In past, there was a very successful and well-known brands like these two, one representing the beautiful, because the area is beautiful for the fruit production, now in the foreign hands, and the second one very also successful meat processing industry, which collapsed because of the other reasons, privatization and so forth. And one of the opportunities where we believe brand could, I'm talking about unique regional brand, could come to the common ground, could be wine. Very top class wine, very good top class wine, excellent individual producers, but unfortunately not yet to the point that this would be a regional brand. So challenge is there. And as Hector, you mentioned the future of tourism because of what happened during 2020 with COVID is very much changing. Customers are changing, new trends are here, new challenges are here. I would dare to say that tourism is turned opposite completely. What was yesterday a strategy for the many destinations is not anymore the same. And we should really be sure that we know who is our target group. Otherwise, we will have a hell of a problems spending a lot of budgets and results will not come. We should think of all possible markets, not just foreign market, but especially I'm having in mind domestic market, different customer generations, changing perceptions and priorities. So this all should be also addressed when we will put the brand on the market, because one wrong move could create a lot of, I would say, and very painful experience on the lost budget. I, of course, would like to stay positive, and it is important that all different small brands are coming together. You know, this is also example of one of the project area I work where small individual producers said, okay, we don't need to do anything. There are big fish who will eat us. But when these small ones bring their efforts together into the, I would say, convincing and successful brand, then they put this in more formal way by cooperation, by working with the tourism sector. They were starting to be competitive with the vision, with the regional, though collective brand name, with the goal orientation and the organizational structure. And all this is also needed for the Adrion 5 Senses brand, because it is distributed in 6-7 different countries. And the action, to my opinion, should be coordinated. In any case, that we swim in the same directions. I would like to conclude, of course, with the kind of invitation. If there are any experience you want to share with me, questions are always part of our everyday life. Answers, unfortunately, not. Some of them are also very painful, and I also wanted to share some of the painful experience which we had in past. Thank you for your attention, and if there will be any discussion, I would be glad to participate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kozak. Your input was very valuable. Indeed, I liked very much the what you mentioned, that a brand is the security of quality, and this is what we should all try to achieve, especially the Adrian region. Of course, a brand is not just a logo; it's the whole iceberg that you presented. Our project was able, thankfully, to, if not cover everything, address the majority of the topics from strategic concept to planning, action planning, and start training the people. But of course, it's just a small project in a huge area. It's just for inspiration, and we give, because of course the logo is just the end game. Let's say it's just one byproduct, and the platform, etc., etc. But many people. Yeah, and organizations mostly are afraid of the costs associated, and or they just focus too much on what will be the logo and they forget everything else. So we're here to say, look, the logo is out of the question. We have already developed it. We have the platform. Let's go to the next step, which should be the previous step most of the times. But no, people are focusing, creating logos, new logos and new logos and new taglines, etc., etc. Let's move beyond that. Let's move to the essence of the tourism, the essence of destination, which is, in our opinion, it is the senses. It is what you live. It is what you feel. What you can actually feel, which in 2020 has been reduced to feel our keyboard only. So there is a huge demand. It will be a huge demand in the coming years. And what you mentioned closing your presentation is about working together. And I'm glad because this is the next, in 2 days on Friday, this is Friday's webinar, the last of the webinar series, which has to do, it's named Creating Synergies in the Adrian region, where we will discuss exactly about how we work together. And there are some good examples. Probably there will be more bad examples, but we keep the good ones. How countries, regions, institutions should come together and work towards common goals. I would like to open the floor to any questions. I don't see something in the chat, but maybe someone wants to ask something. We are here to assist you or discuss with you. Of course, as I said before, this session has been recorded, and from next week it will also be shared through our social media and our website, etc. So you will be able to revisit it and share it with your friends, colleagues, decision makers, preferably, to see just a small fragment of what we have done and what it should be done also in the region. So is there any question or anyone wants to add something to what we have said until now? I don't see anyone. Okay, it's not a problem, don't worry. This is not a classroom.
Hector, I just
yes, Melina, of course.
Yes, I chatted you
Yeah.
just a few seconds ago. So actually, I would like to make let's say comment regarding also Marco presentation and the Five Senses project as well. So yes, the most important part is especially for public authorities who which experience a very, very difficult period right now due to the COVID pandemic, but not only due to that, due to structural problems and fiscal problems and long-lasting crisis. So the financial part, to my understanding, is the most important one, because we can promise almost everything. We can promise that we will go to the moon and back, but if we don't have the resources to do that, of course, the willingness and the commitment, the political commitment, is a significant, let's say, part. But today, the most difficult part is the financial one. So I do hope that due to the fact that in this project there was also a joint strategy elaborated where all partners, at least to their own jurisdiction and their own context, made some commitments regarding financial continuation of the project after the finalization of the funding of under Adrion program. I do hope that not only these tools will still be viable and alive and kicking, I might say, but also that further activities and further initiatives will arise. Yes, for sure, it is a quite strange period, and perhaps the priority right now is focused on the facing of the pandemic. But okay, as Hector mentioned just a few minutes ago, we should look ahead. Okay, the pandemic sometime, sooner or later, will be over. And then we have to deal with the reality, the routine, the daily planning of our activities, and of course, tourism, which is very, very difficult to be in the previous conditions and the previous levels of GDP per capita and so forth. But nevertheless, all our regions are tourism oriented and have a great tourism product, and therefore have also made these commitments I mentioned before through the joint strategy and action plan of the Adrian 5 Senses project. I liked very much your presentation, Marco, because it pointed out all the different aspects we had to deal with during the development of the brand, because of course we need to be serious and make some solid commitments to this project. And I do hope that the audience, the trainees, the attendees here in this webinar who represent the tourism industry will be the one who will come with ideas and specific proposals in order to go this initiative to the next level.
Mhm.
That's it.
Thank you. Let me just allow me 1 minute comment. I believe, of course, that the project really delivered what it can. You know, this is the point where the project itself probably could, I would say, okay, this was done. Now it is the crucial time how these fruits of this project will be passed to the stakeholders which are in charge for tourism and also for let's say branding, marketing, and so forth. To my experience in my projects in past, of course, it is a challenging one, and I agree totally with you. So the success will depend on this communication, on this, I would say, also economic support, because for these steps, further budgets will be needed, and project budget is exhausted. And now it is all on the regions, and I believe also on the national destination management organization. It should embrace, because this is valuable effort. It ensembled. It brings together what 7, 8 countries, and as Hector said, this is really, I would say, worth to support. And of course, because this is very serious job, I think also serious next steps should be behind it. Otherwise, then, and you know, we don't want to see that all these efforts and good intentions fade away. And I think it is now somehow, especially, I agree also, time to think about the future of tourism. If we think about the future in tourism in 2-3 years time, when all this crisis will be over, because I'm also convinced that this crisis will be over, but it is now time to really set the path, set the strategy to be ready when this situation will be overcome.
Thank you, Marco. Thank you, Melina, for your contributions. I think what we take away today from this webinar is that projects and stakeholders can initiate activities, can pave the path, can create some of the tools. We developed the strategy, which was an important step, but the key players, especially national authorities, need to step up and take the lead now. When we're talking about a brand is not just 1 or 2 days thing. It's something that needs to be built in a long term, and that's beyond any project. But we're here to support, of course, next steps as organizations, but I think also as professionals. And it's a very good, let's make this crisis an opportunity again and take the time to think. We're not stressed. Customers are not coming tomorrow, probably not even next month. So we can step back from the operations and do some serious planning, some serious strategic thinking. And let's use all the tools that we have and the new ones that we have developed also from this project to take the tourism of our Adriatic Ionian region one step further. If there are any other comments, I don't see.
May I just?
Yes, Faruk. Yes, of course.
Well, first of all these presentations was very good to put us to think what we will do after this pandemic, because on the beginning of the project somehow we do let's say mapping the problems in each of the region about tourism. Here, at least here in Sarajevo region, we have done a lot of conversation with stakeholders to see what are the problems with which they are facing when tourism was in good shape, let's say. And these problems will show up again after this pandemic pass. What I would like also is that we in this project be in communication even after the end of the project, and to continue to provide good examples in different areas of tourism, in tourism destination, good examples of promotion, good examples of raising standards raising standards regarding the tourist offers, especially when we have a lot, at least I'm again saying here in Bosnia, our rural tourism is recognized with a big potential to develop. So all these small pieces, we should see the good examples among us, among the regions, and then to provide some directions, some strategy or action plans which we can present to national authorities, regional authorities. Hey, this is the way which is good, which have been already implemented in some other regions, and this is maybe we should also do the same thing to improve our tourist offer. So just to use this period of COVID, that we think about this segment of tourist sector and to develop good examples and to offer to national or regional authorities. Thank you.
Yes, Marco. Yes.
Thank you, Hector. Just a quick one. Faruk, let me just say I did a research because I'm preparing some publication which will be issued next year. If anybody is interested, you can contact me from January, or I could send you all details. In Slovenia, I made a research. The green destinations, rural destinations, especially rural tourism, you see, were surviving very nicely during the COVID, even improving the performance. 20% in some localities more than last year. But they offer green, remote, social distance, and all these elements which will be crucial as a trend in future. Mm-hmm. And destinations like Ljubljana, which was packed, issues on over tourism was completely empty. And also, for instance, Bled. Nobody wants to go to hotel. Everybody are now looking for the individual accommodation. So yes. I want to encourage that especially these, let's say, special, let's say, individual products have a lot of opportunities for the future, also in even times of crisis. Anyway, thank you.
The same thing is here now. Sarajevo, which was a magnet for tourists, now is empty. But our rural areas outside the Sarajevo is having a very good results, because people are going out, because it's everybody is, you know, fed up of the flat, of isolation. You know, you cannot communicate with the people, so people looking to go outside their apartments and houses in the city, so they go in rural. And but again, at least here in Bosnia, we have some other projects regarding the rural tourism. We see that there are problems how to register a rural touristic destination. If rural destination offers some food, this food needs to be, you know, not registered, but, you know, with adequate, you know, what is in the food and stuff like that, which cost a lot for the small household which is doing offers the touristic offer on the village. And these things we need to maybe simplify for them, because with simplifying to them, we are providing them more space to develop. But of course, keeping the standards that tourists are safe with every aspect of their being on these rural destinations. Thank you.
Thank you, Faruk. Thank you, Marco. Thank you, Melina, also for your contributions. Again, we say that tourism sector is changing. The future is a new future. I see our project very relevant with the future. What Faruk said about the cost of adopting a small business in a small rural business, we can support that through the promotional opportunities of our project, through our platform, where it's exactly for that reason, to register some points of interest, some services, some I will say micro tourist products. This is a huge discussion, of course, about the tomorrow's tourism sector. I would like to thank you that that you came here today. You took some time off your busy schedules. Thank you for your contributions. Thank the attendees. And please share our experiences, share your experiences, share this video once it becomes available. Visit our website, register your interest for the network and the support tools. And I hope to see you again this Friday in our last seminar. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye.